Hi, my Gongfu tea um, drinkers and enthusiasts. So this video is just a quick hack on how to prepare Gongfu style brewing and Gongfu style tea. So if you received the Gongfu tea set, our ENLIGHTEA Master Gongfu tea set, that's why you're receiving this message. And it's a hack. It's not the full Gongfu tea ceremony that we're going to be able to present to you later, or we can do in person or through Zoom at one of our Gongfu tea sessions. Okay. So you should have received, if you ordered the Gongfu tea set from ENLIGHTEA, our Gongfu teapot. And this is all you need to do Gongfu tea. This is the starter, basic. Um, this is the what they call a fairness cup to serve. And these are the Gongfu teacups. Okay, so you get two, and that's all you need. Those four items, is the essential. So the teapot, what you would want to do is, of course, um, put 6 teaspoons, um, 6 teaspoons, which is about 5 times the amount of tea that you would normally use for Western style brewing, which is our normal style brewing. Okay, so take your tea content. If you have one of these tea tins, then fill it up with your loose leaf tea. And when you fill it up, it's probably going to be close to 6 teaspoons. It might be a little bit more than 6, but then just scoop out 6 teaspoons and then put it right into the teapot. There's no filter, there's no infuser necessary with the Gongfu teapot. The teapot itself is the infuser. Okay, so put in the 6 scoops of teaspoons into this, and it's because this is 8 ounces that we do 6 and not more. Okay, so once you put in the 6, and this is a quick hack, we're not actually going to make the tea today because that would be a longer video. And I want to just give you quick hacks, Gongfu tea hacks, so that you can, if you're excited and you get your tea and you get your Gongfu tea set and you have your Ti Kuan Yin Gongfu tea ready to go and you want to start, then this will help you to get started. Okay, so you put the 6 teaspoons in there, and once you get the 6 in there, then go ahead and set your water temperature and make sure that you have the appropriate water temperature, which for oolong, which is what the 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 tea set comes with, a little bit of Iron Goddess Ti Kuan Yin Gongfu tea. So that's going to require 190 degrees temperature. So, if you don't have an adjustable temperature kettle, then try to, use the thermometer to measure the water temperature. Or if you want a quick hack, then set the water aside, the boiling water aside for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. And it should be around 190, maybe it depends on how much you cool it down. If you cool it in the kettle, then yeah, 2-3 minutes will bring it down to about 190. If you cool it in a different vessel that's already cold and cool, then it'll cool down faster, so you don't have to put it in there for as long. Okay, but get the water to 190 and then pour the water, hot water, into the teapot. Let it fill to the top of the teapot, and then you're going to close it up. Now, other thing you might want to have is some paper towels, because Gongfu tea gets messy, and it's okay if the tea spills over the water. It's part of the tea process. Now, later on, once you've gotten used to the tea Gongfu tea process, then if you want to order a tea tray where it captures the water, no problem. There's 100 different things that you can buy for the Gongfu tea set. If you're into it, then you can do it. But if you're just starting out, which this is what this video is for, then this is the basic. And when the water when you fill this up to the water and you put the lid on. Some of the water might run over. It's okay. Just, make sure you have, you're on a table that you can wipe down. It's, and that's perfectly normal. You didn't do anything wrong. Or like my son wants, us to have, it's just some paper towels. You can just put some paper towels down so that it's easier to clean later on, but it's part of the process. And let it steep. Now, the important thing is that you let it steep, the first one, for like 5 seconds, because the first steeping is the rinse. So you want to rinse the tea. And there's a lot of reasons why we rinse tea during Gongfu style. There's a lot. We're not going to go into all the reasons, but just know that it's what we do in Gongfu tea. You do the first one, rinse the tea, and what you do is 5 seconds. You just pour the tea out into the brain fart. Sorry, but we poured it into the fairness cup, the rinse into here, and then from there, what you do is you just pour the rinse into these cups to warm up the cup. Okay, so we're gonna warm up these cups. Pour it in here. It's gonna get a little bit, might get a little bit, you spill a little bit here, there. No problem. That's part of Gongfu tea. So you do it, and then once you're done with the rinse, then pour it into, I have a separate cup. So have another cup available, and you can just pour the rinse out into this other cup. And this cup will eventually be just discarded into the sink. Or if you have like a sink nearby, but have a cup. It's more convenient just to have it right next to you. And then once you do the rinse, pour all of it in. You just boom, pour the rinse in there. Now you have cups, teacups, Gongfu teacups that are ready, prepped, well prepared for the Gongfu tea session. Okay, it's warm, it's warmed up, it's got the flavor in there, and it's ready to go. Okay, and then your fairness cup is ready to go as well. So pour all the rinse into the separate cup, and then now you're ready for your first infusion after the rinse. And Gongfu tea allows you to have at least 8 tea infusions, okay, for each session. I mean, you don't have to do all 8. You can do 4, you can do 3, you can do as many sessions, as many infusions as you want per session, and then save the rest. Leave it in the teapot unless you plan to, do a different tea. But you can leave the tea in the teapot for a couple days, keep the lid on there, and it's going to be fine until you get all 8 infusions, sometimes 9, sometimes 10. It's depends on your preference. If you like it strong, if you like it light, but the rule of thumb around 8 infusions is what you'll get from one Gongfu tea serving. Okay, so do that, and put the first serving, of course, the first steeping after the infusion. You again pour the water, let it go to the top, close the lid up, and it might spill over, no problem. Wait for 10 seconds this time. 10 to 20 seconds is the ideal time. Now, if you like it light, 10 seconds. If you like your tea light, I like my tea light, then 10 seconds is perfect. If you like it a little stronger, then closer to 20 seconds is preferred, and you'll get a really good, rich taste of the tea, no doubt. Uh, you know, or once you start to do the infusions, you'll start to get a better sense of what you like in your Gongfu tea. Okay, you like it lighter, you like it stronger, so you'll be able to, figure it out what works best for you, what tastes best for you and your guests. If you have, usually you should have a guest when you do Gongfu tea, because there's 2 cups, one for you, one for your guests, and because it's a lot of infusions to just drink yourself. If you don't have a guest, like sometimes I don't have a guest and I drink by myself, then you're drinking both teacups and you're having a great time and you're enjoying it, and you're gonna get tea drunk a lot faster. So be prepared if you're gonna do all 8 infusions that you might get a little bit tea drunk, and it's a real thing. So just be prepared. You know, it's not gonna impair your driving. It's just gonna make you a little bit tipsy, but that's a good thing, you know, in most cases. Okay, so that's the hack. This is, you know, the Gongfu Tea Ceremony hack, and this is all. See, all you need are these basic tools here: the teapot, Gongfu teapot, the fairness cup, and your Gongfu teacups. And of course, you know, if you have a spoon, you can get the spoon anywhere. It's just to scoop out the teaspoon so that you know what a teaspoon is, and another cup. It doesn't have to be a teacup. It can be any cup that you pour the rinse into it and discard later on. Okay. And of course, you have to have your Enlight tea. That's the secret. You have to have high quality premium loose leaf tea and to use. Don't do Gongfu tea with you know, with low quality. Definitely not. Like and also, you know, use a single estate tea. If you can, don't do Gongfu tea with blends. Do it with single estate teas like the oolongs, or a black tea like a lapsang, or our master pu, you know, grandmaster pu air tea, or green teas. You can do it with our single estate, meaning there's no blends in there. It doesn't mix up, so that you can really appreciate the single estate tea and all its wonderful and amazing qualities. And that's what Gongfu tea allows us to do, is really appreciate and enjoy and get the most out of the tea session. And of course, if you have friends, the the wonderful and amazing experience that you'll have together as you do Gongfu tea. Okay? So that's the quick hack. That's the quick Gongfu tea hack from us Enlight Tea. If you've purchased your ENLIGHTEA Master Gongfu tea set, then you have what it takes to be able to do Gongfu tea in your home and with your friend or by yourself. Okay? So if you have any questions, then feel free to reach out to me and let me know, or let us know, and we'll answer any questions that you have about this process. It's a process, it's a journey. So if you don't get it right the first time, no worries. Don't worry about it. You know, you'll learn. That's how we all learn, okay? How to become more of a expert and a tea connoisseur. And in our case, a black belt, first degree tea, you know, master eventually. Okay, so enjoy the process, and we're gonna do a video later on when we actually do the whole process and serving the teas, and we'll have it all captured, and we'll actually use the teas, and we'll go through the process of each infusion. And I don't know if we'll do all 8 infusions, but we'll do a video. But that's going to be a longer video. And right now, I just want you to get started with your Gongfu tea set and your Gongfu tea experience. And this is all that you need to get started. And I'm looking forward to hearing about your experience too. So share with us in the VIP members only group your experience. And also, if you want to do a personal tea session with me or some of our other VIPs, then let us know, because we love to have our Gongfu tea sessions and our tea tasting sessions. You know, sometimes we do it private, ad hoc, or you know, we'll schedule it. Okay, especially if you're part of the Tea of the Month Club, you have a 30-minute or 1 hour session already available as part of your Tea of the Month Club subscription. Okay, that's all for now. Have fun, enjoy, and you know, have a great and amazing enlightening tea, Gongfu tea experience.